Greetings once again, my friends, and welcome back to Drak's 12 Days of Anime Characters. We're getting near the end here, so it's time to finish things up with our number 10 character, Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. Yes, it only makes sense for the Prince of All Saiyans to be on this list. Why? Because as people have kind of noticed throughout a lot of the other videos, I tend to not like Goku. It's not that Goku's a bad guy. I mean, he is actually a very noble character, and there are traits about him that I do like. It's just, unfortunately, when you look back on a lot of the decisions that Goku has made throughout his entire life, you begin to question his validity as a good guy, much less a good character. Goku's pretty simplistic when it comes to his understanding him as a character. Vegeta, however, is much more complex, and when you actually take into account the entire history of Dragon Ball Z plus Dragon Ball Super, you have an amazing character arc that's been going on. Vegeta starts the Saiyan saga as being a bad guy, an absolutely bad guy. He wants to destroy the planet, he wants to be able to earn money off of it, and Goku is in his way. So at that point, it's only appropriate that he be the legit bad guy that he is. But after his defeat by Goku, we then go into the Frieza arc, where then he likes to begin what I like to call his tweener phase, where he isn't necessarily a good, well, he's definitely not a good guy. He's not necessarily a bad guy. He's somewhere in between, as he's not siding with the Frieza forces. In fact, he's taking them out, and ultimately wants to take down Frieza as he continues to gain power. But after that, when we go into the Android saga, is where he's truly a tweener. He is doing good things, but he's doing them as a bad guy. And it doesn't help that he has now unlocked the vaunted Super Saiyan power-up. So yay! I mean, he could have destroyed a planet before, but now he can do it with much less effort. And that entire arc throughout Cell, you can immediately begin to see the problem, where Vegeta kinda has the same problem as Goku. His pride is ultimately his downfall. With Goku, it's more of, he just wants a good fight, but with Vegeta, his pride is his ultimate downfall. Hence why he allowed for Cell to become his perfect form. Moving on into Majin Buu, however, we then start to see him go into the good guy spectrum of characters. As he's willing enough, even though he resents Kakarot, aka Goku, for gaining even more power and not telling him and not even using it on him, which hurts his pride, we also see him actually sacrifice himself for his son, which we started to see him care about in the Cell arc, but now, as a little kid, he genuinely cares. He's been on Earth for 7 years. He spent a lot of quality time with Bulma and Trunks, even though he spent a lot of that training too. And so you start to see him swing the other way. He starts to slowly become a good guy, and ultimately by the end of the Buu saga, you could say that he probably is a good guy. More of an anti-hero is what I'd probably say. And that's where we come into Dragon Ball Super, where Goku has really become the bad guy in that, as most of the problems in that series are his fault. Vegeta has actually grown into his own of being a good guy, a genuinely noble character. Yeah, he still has his pride, and yeah, that pride tends to get him into trouble, but then you look at his interactions with, say, characters like Kaba, where he's willing to be a master-type character to somebody else. He's willing to share power or share knowledge with somebody else, where if you had talked to the Frieza version of Vegeta, that would never have happened. And so it's actually been really amazing to watch Vegeta's arc go full circle, or at least full spectrum, rather, from being a full-on bad guy to going full-on good guy at the end of at least the Tournament of Power arc in Dragon Ball Super. And that's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow for the next one.